Hello, Scorpio. I am Princess India. Welcome to your April 2019 love reading. I apologize for the delay, but y'all know I was doing my whole personal thing, Like personal readings is what I was talking about. But if you're an old subby, I hate calling y'all old. Family, how you doing? How you been? Love me. I apologize. Tardiness. So anywho, we're doing things slightly different, yet slightly the same. The only thing that is different is that instead of going straight into you guys' individual energies and that of your cross watcher, we're doing an overall energy, which is pretty much the unseen energetic forces that are influencing what is happening with you guys in your day-to-day as well as your cross watcher. The only other difference is, as opposed to looking at the first row as just the sign I'm reading for, which would be Scorpio, the second row as the cross watcher, what I've noticed since I've been doing these for a year now is that the first row tends to resonate with the sign that I'm reading for and the cross watcher that's watching for that particular sign, right? So then the second row would be both Scorpio or the person who's cross watching for a Scorpio. So this would be the Scorpio for cross watcher in the second row. And then for a Scorpio, the second row would be your person of interest, right? But of course, with energy being fluid, you can resonate anywhere. So it's really about what themes you hear and where you feel you kind of identify yourself either or, right? But generally, it's usually cross watchers in the sign I'm reading for, first row, okay? So first overall energy card we have is the woman holding a coin, purple. Then we have adjacent possibilities. And then we have the thinking man. That's interesting. I can see this a couple of different ways. I can see this as a group of people that broke up and a new love offer, right? So I could see it as a Scorpio female where there was a breakup. She's focusing now on career, money, building up a nest egg, whatever, or just recently had a lot of success in financial endeavors, or it could just be you got your tax return, you know what I'm saying? Whatever. But anyway, it's doing good with money. But she's fixating on money to forget or to deter her attention away from something that happened past tense. So if we say like a separation from someone. And because she's so focused on money, she's not seeing other possibilities that she has. So how I would say this is more or less like a female who was disappointed in love, right? Or we could just say person that was disappointed in love, decided to just stop dating, focus on work, right? The thing that they don't see that's happening is that, and this is kind of reminding me how I was with Aquarius, like seeing a myriad of opportunities, right? But it's them not seeing that myriad of opportunities because they're so fixated on work. So they're kind of blinded to the opportunity that they have with a person that I feel would be more in alignment with what they would want. Because with the thinking man, I'm seeing someone who is like a master, right? Like a guru kind of vibe. So someone who, and then this could be in a plethora of different ways because it doesn't have to be like a spiritual guru. It could be someone who is, I don't know, they could be an attorney. They could be a doctor. They could be anything that's like mastery level, right? And he's very wise, very intelligent. He's intuitive. I think my tummy just growled, y'all. Maybe I should have had some chips over here or something. Oh, well. Anyway. My Taurus tummy just really doesn't play. But I feel he's intuitive, but he's very, very wise, very intellectual. But I feel that this is someone that would be on, like, along the lines of what it is that the person, Scorpio, would be looking for, right? Whether you're male or female. But I feel like you're not seeing that because of focusing too much on work, right? So there's an imbalance there. Another way that I could see this is between a couple that may be having issues right now, either because the male or female, whoever, however resonates, is focusing more, like went back to school. So I'm seeing this as like a couple where maybe, okay, like say if like it's a, I don't know, a married couple and like the wife works and the husband wanted to go back to school to pursue something, and that causing some type of rift, but this more or less being a signal that there's another way. So I don't know if maybe there's, oh no, that's not what it is. Okay. Okay. So for that particular couple, what it is that the female, so this is very, I can't talk, very specific. So if this is a married couple or a committed couple, and one of you is working while the other is like in school, right? Or pursuing some type of, I don't know, intellectual TED Talks, I don't know, something. But the female is the breadwinner pretty much. There's stress right now because of finances, but if it's a female that's working in the couple, you're going to get a raise that you don't see coming. And that's going to kind of even things out, right? And yeah. That's all I see there. But overall, it's financial success, and if it's just a single person, because I want to include y'all too. If you're not dealing with anyone, you're about to get a raise. Don't just stay fixated on where you are, because there's an opportunity that's going to be coming for a person, and this can be two people that are going to come on your path. It's a woman that can give you access to increase in finances, and then a male that comes along as like a spiritual mentor or a professional mentor or something along those lines, because I feel like there's a level of limiting oneself, if that makes sense. So going into your first row, which would be Scorpio as well as the Cross Watcher, first card we have is the Strength card. Then we have, and two cards came out, we have the Fool and the Three of Pentacles. Interesting. Then we have the Two of Cups. Interesting. Okay, so what I'm seeing here for Scorpio, or somebody cross-watching Scorpio, it's some type of struggle or challenge that you guys went through recently. And I think it may have been like with that first group of people, like a breakup. It's something that really tore you down, and I feel like you really had to kind of build yourself back up in a sense. But I'm seeing like, and I feel like, how can I say it? It's almost like if a breakup happened a while ago, but it took you a while to get over it. And it's like just recently, it's almost you moved on with your life, but it's like emotionally you were still kind of holding on to that baggage. And I feel like you've recently, like within the last month or so, have gotten to a place to where you feel like your head is above water, right? So it's kind of like you shed the last little residual that was left of the burden that you've been carrying for a while now, right? So now it's like you're kind of free. You have a new beginning with the Fool card, but I like how this worked out because it's almost like simultaneously. It's like the moment that you chose to release this and let this go, right? And to be courageous. What? Creative and courageous? Is that what we're saying? To be courageous and to push forward. It's almost like as soon as you took that leap of faith, an opportunity manifested. Like almost instantaneously. Like I don't mean like magic instantaneously. But maybe like within a day or within a week or even within a month of you making a decision to move forward, right? Like tapping into your inner strength. Almost like using your last ounce of strength to push forward, right? That opened up a door instantaneously for an opportunity, right? And it could very well be that relationship-wise, Because I don't know why it's like I'm hearing this as like a career. Like I feel like it's like a money type of thing. It's like a project. But it could be, oh, well, no, I think it's both because I'm seeing the Two of Cups here. Dang, that's like dope. Because this is like manifestation energy. I'm looking at the fact you have the Strength card, right? And you have the Fool. Notice all of this good old yellow, right? So you found your strength, your courage to take a leap of faith. Once you did that, this shows up. So it's almost like you got financial opportunity and a love opportunity or an emotional connection, however you want to call it. So for those of you who left something behind and you're fixated on like work and stuff like that right now, there's an opportunity for a new love relationship. But I feel like it's almost like how I'm seeing it is like you're healed, but you don't know that you are, if that makes sense. It's almost like thinking, oh, like how I said, I'm working. I need to work to not worry about this. But I feel like it's been so long that you got into, and I felt this with Aquarius a few months ago, that it's like you got so much into a groove, like almost being on autopilot. You got so used to doing the same thing repetitively, right? You got so used to doing the same thing repetitively that you've lost sight of why you were doing it in the first place. So you were using work to deter you from the pain you were feeling, but because you got so used to doing that, you weren't realizing that you're not really in pain anymore, if that makes sense, right? So this to me looks like it's manifestation, literally, in every sense of the word, because you had the courage to move forward. But the thing that needs to be brought to your attention now is the fact that you have more options and possibilities, especially in reference to money as well as love. But I feel like you being so fixated where you are, you're not seeing like the plethora of other things. Man, y'all must have Aquarius in y'all chart somewhere. You're not seeing the plethora of other things that are open to you. Because I feel like it's a major energy shift that has happened, but you've just kind of had your head down and not noticed. Which is odd for Scorpio, because y'all usually, the wind could like change like a 0.5 of a knot, and y'all are like, what's going on? Right? So next with your Persian, oh, good Lord. They have the Star in reverse. Jesus, that's rough. They've lost hope and faith and all that good stuff. Next we have, and 2 cards came out for them as well. Yikes. The 7 of Pentacles in reverse and the Queen of Wands in reverse. That is not a happy human being. They're not putting work into this situation anymore. I would want to say you're not putting work into this situation anymore, and they pissed the hell off. But we'll just say them since they're hopeless and things. And the last card they have is the 7 of Wands in reverse. Jeez, everything is in the reverse. Okay, yeah, I'm going to go ahead and say that this is most certainly without the shadow of a doubt a breakup. I still say for my couple people, yeah, for my couple people, I'm seeing this totally different. If I go back to that couple where there's like, you know, the dude that makes less than the female. Y'all got to get on the same page, because that's causing a point of contention for a couple people with this whole, you know, one working, one not, or one making more than the other. It's causing a point of contention, and I'm seeing that the person who's working, they're not really asking for much, because it's almost like we know an agreement was made here. Like, I understand the role that I'm playing in all of this because I'm helping you out. But the only thing that I'm asking you to do is to work with me, right? Like, there needs to be communication. There needs to be an exchange, because it's almost feeling as if, like, you're bearing the burden by yourself. So it's wanting something from the person, but it doesn't have to be monetary. It's just feeling like you're making a sacrifice for them, but they're not reciprocating it, or almost like a feeling of being ungrateful, so to speak. And I feel like the reason why that is because the partner that's making less, and to me it really doesn't matter if it's male or female, is kind of resentful. You know what I'm saying? It's almost like being happy that the person is helping them, but resenting them at the same time because they have to help them. This is crazy. It's almost like the female has the total package, right? Like, she's beautiful. And I'm saying female just to kind of give a dichotomy, but it really doesn't matter if it's male or female. But there's one person in the partnership that's beautiful, is talented, is adored, they have money, they have a great career, right? The other person has potential, right? So they're still attempting to manifest their potential. Another person in the relationship has manifested their potential. And they manifested their potential because they took chances in life, right? They were brave, they were courageous, and they took risks. They put in hard work and effort. They've gotten recognized for the time, energy, and effort that they've put in, right? And it's almost like, you know, people are breaking bread with them. They're breaking bread with people, you know, and all of that because of their hard work. But yet when it comes to the partner, they're still seeing them as equals, right? So the person that has the accolades or the success or what have you, they don't see the other person as beneath them. The only thing that they're really asking for is cooperation. Like, I want you, like, I need to feel that we're working together, because it's almost like this partner feels like the other partner is working against them. Now, I can confirm if you sense that, like if you sense kind of like a resentful, salty energy from them, I can see that. You know what I'm saying? Because, you know, with the Three of Pentacles, it's similar to how the Star card would be in the upright, right? Because this is looked at as like a celebrity card or somebody who's well known. It's the same thing with this, right? But I would say this is like, I would look at the Star card as like an A-lister, right? Or maybe even a B-lister, even a C-lister. But this is like somebody who's locally famous. You know what I mean? Like somebody who in their town, maybe they're like, I don't know, council person or a well-known photographer in their city or a well-known business owner or something like that, right? But it's somebody that people know like on a local level, right? But they're known nonetheless, you know? And I feel like the only thing that this person is desiring is an emotional exchange, an emotional connection. You know what I'm saying? Being able to have that intimate back and forth. But what they've been sensing from their partner, like almost like, because I'm looking at this and this is so odd that I have like, I've never really noticed this until just now. If you look close, you see he has his hand on his cup and then he's reaching for hers, but she's holding hers with two hands. You know what I mean? Like her hands aren't anywhere near his cup. So truth be told, even though she's holding hers with two hands, he could like literally snatch hers and run. You feel what I'm saying? And I feel in an energetic sense, it's like this partner with a success is feeling like I'm here arms wide open. Right? But she can sense, or he, that the other partner is kind of halfway in, halfway out. Right? They don't have any proof of this. It's just you sense it when you're with the person. Right? But I feel what's happening is it's a resentment. And it's even me looking at this this Seven of Wands. I've never looked at the Seven of Wands like that either. Because you know with the Seven of Wands, typically anyone would say it's a person who's standing their ground, right? Like you have the upper hand, you have the advantage and things of the sort, right? But do you want to know what I'm seeing when I'm looking at this? It's 7 wands. He's holding one. There's 6 beneath him, right? What is the 6 of wands? It's recognition, right? It's being honored. Job well done. You went into war, you won the battle, you come back and the town celebrates you, right? This being in reverse, this person feels attacked by the other person's success. That's crazy. This person feels attacked by the other person's success. They feel threatened by the other person's success. As if they're being, it's like, I feel it's like an all-consuming energy, like they're being overwhelmed by this, right? Because it's like, and I feel like there must have been a disappointment that must have happened. I don't know if it was like a job opportunity they were trying to work towards or something, but it's like their dream that they're trying to achieve, they feel hopeless right now. It's like they're losing faith in themselves. And I feel like what's really happening is they're projecting it onto the other person. It's like it's all their fault. You know what I'm saying? It's like I'm not even gonna say a little bit of jealousy, because jealousy could be a dangerous ass thing. It's being jealous, you know what I'm saying? And them succumbing to the thoughts of thinking, because I feel like this person, they overestimated. And this is actually a conversation that I've been having with my friends a lot lately. Because I said, I don't understand why, like, there's people who will get upset or jealous about another person's accomplishments when they're not willing to do the work to get it. It's like, how could you possibly be mad? You know what I mean? Because it's like, if you were willing to do the work, and that's the reason why we were talking about it. Because that came up because we were talking about the whole thing with Nipsey Hussle that was recently killed. And that's how the conversation came up. From an interview that he was talking about, it was like 10 years ago. He did an interview talking about why it is that people leave where they're from when they become successful, because of like the jealousy from people, and you know, and we got into a whole like conversation about this, because it's like, that's so asinine. But it's like, that's the same thing I'm kind of seeing. It's like I said, this person, they had the courage and the bravery to take a leap of faith. They risked a lot to put in work to get what they have now. So it's like the recognition that they're receiving, they deserve it because they did the work, right? And this person isn't even looking at the other one negatively. But it's because of, it's this person's disappointment, jealousy for the other person's success is causing resentment because what they put work into isn't fruitful. But the thing that they're not realizing is things take time. Nothing manifests overnight. You know what I mean? Because it's like, I feel like a overconfidence with them. It's like one of those people where they feel like they're super, super, like, how can I put it? Like they think they're just so talented. You know what I'm saying? Or I could do that better than that person. I could do that better than that person. Like, hypothetically, if you see a gymnast and it's like, oh, those are sloppy flips, I could do better than that. But the person ain't never go to one gymnastics class. Okay? And it's like, how? Like a person who's very cynical and critiques everyone and says how things could be better. But it's like, you've never done anything to even show that you could do anything, because you don't do anything. So it's like this person took one step. So let's say if we looked at it like acting. This person went on one audition and didn't get it and is just flabbergasted by that. Like, how dare they not, like, because I am the best actor in the world, even though I've never been to acting classes. How dare they not pick me for that movie? Are you crazy? And it's like, because of that blow to the ego, all or nothing thinking throws them into a downward spiral of everything's all bad when it's really just one disappointment. It's like they're giving up hope because they've allegedly done so much work and tried so hard and nothing came of it. And then it's like they look back at their person and now their perception of them is distorted, right? This is really like the person of interest, right? This is their energy. And the Queen of Wands in reverse is not, she is not a friendly individual. You know, you can't see her weaknesses, homegirl. There's no vulnerability in her body nowhere. You know, it's just if you think of California wildfires, that's kind of what she's like in the reverse, okay? So this is kind of how the person is feeling within themselves, but they're now projecting this onto this person. So mind you, the person does not feel at all. This person is beneath them. It's like, all I'm asking is for you to meet me halfway, like emotional exchange, right? But this person is now looking at them like they're like a tyrant. They're not even seeing this. They're projecting and now making this person the source of their problems. And to be real with you, dude, because I'm listening to myself, that sounds hella narcissistic. Because this is the textbook case of grandiose narcissism, which is, you don't see much of that too much anymore. Because a grandiose narcissist is like that textbook overt narcissist. It's that person that has blatant overconfidence but has shit to show for it. You know what I'm saying? It's like, you talk about all this stuff that you do, but it's like, but you ain't got no job. Like, but you ain't got no job though. You know what I'm saying? It's like, oh, whatever. It's like, I could write a book better than that. It's like, you could? Because you're not doing anything but critiquing everyone, but still you're not doing nothing and you ain't got no job. I'm just saying. But this is like grandiose narcissism. So they feel threatened by the other person's success. So this is hella jealousy. But I feel like this person up here is oblivious to it. So I don't know. I can't say that this is a warning necessarily. Because maybe it is. Because the way that I'm seeing this is, the problem is the person. Like, it's their stuff they got to work out. But I'm almost seeing this as like an increase. It's like they're slowly but surely getting more and more and more and more angry. Feeling more and more slighted because they're projecting onto the person. Right? And the person has no, like, the initial person has no malice intent towards them. But they're just projecting their own disappointment and self on this person and now making it their fault. You know what I'm saying? That's very odd. That is very, very odd. This is a little bit of frenemy energy too. Because this is a love reading, but I mean, you know, this can go either way, because if a message got to come out, it just got to come out. So however this resonates with you. Because I say if this is that's probably where that frenemy energy is coming from. If this is a Scorpio that's single and you're like just not dating anybody, I feel like this is somebody in your life, like a friend off to the side, that's hella jealous. And the only reason why, like I say, that this is kind of unnerving to me, because you're like on fleek, on sunshine, so on some stuff. But all their cards are in the reverse. And people become a danger to themselves and others when a person feels hopeless, like they ain't got nothing to lose on some stuff. That's when people become in dangerous territory, when you feel like you ain't got nothing to lose. You know what I'm saying? So just be cognizant of that. I don't feel like this is anything that you don't already, because y'all know how I rock. I'm not telling you nothing that you don't already know. I feel like this is something that y'all kind of know already. Like, you kind of sensed it. Like, even though you're seeing it like this, because this person legit, they would steal your cup and keep theirs and keep running, because that's the kind of foolishness that they on. Because I feel like you're seeing the best in this person and wanting to help them out, whatever, whether it's relationship or friend. It's like you're oblivious to all of this going on under here. But I feel like whenever something is ever happening in life, we can be in denial of it. But on an emotional level, we know. We've had a thought and we were like, nah, that couldn't be it. So this reading would be for you if this isn't the first time you felt that. Like, if you've had thoughts come up and you've kind of pushed them to the side, it would be something like that. If it isn't you just clearly being cognizant of this and downplaying it. If you've never had this thought at all, then this is not you, you know? And then if it's another person who's single, be careful with if it's someone that's kind of coming in. I feel like the whole reason why they would be trying to talk to you is they would be trying to take advantage of the situation. Like they would be dating you just for who you are and whatever it is you do in your connections on some stuff. So be cognizant of that too. So your advice card for Scorpios or Scorpio cross watchers. Well, that makes me feel better. It's all good. It's all good. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? It's all good. Okay, 18. Every experience you have in your lifetime has the potential to be a teaching tool. By remembering and embracing this idea, the situations you encounter become less fraught with unneeded emotion and drama. By not attaching labels or expectations to people and situations, you allow the pure divine energy to flow unimpeded. While you may have little control over what happens to you at times, you always have control over how you react. Do you react on an impulse? Strike out at others when you feel hurt? Do you crawl into your safe place when the world seems mean and hurtful? Face this challenge in your life head on. Be thankful for the opportunity to experience whatever it is that is happening. Set yourself a goal of learning from every situation in your life. Find that silver lining. It's there. And for your person of interest, we have integration. Interesting. We are some of all, good Lord, this print is so small, y'all. We are some of all of our experiences in this and other lives. We all bring forward a wealth of knowledge, talents, and wisdom. One of the challenges is remembering who we are. We are bombarded every day in every way with messages on who we should be, what we should do, and what we should wear, how we should live. These messages coming from the media, society, our family and friends, and even strangers can drown out who we really are meant to be, who we have grown into lifetime after lifetime. Find some quiet moments in your day to identify and start a relationship with that small and strong voice inside you. Pretty soon, you won't hear the other messages. Many times in your interactions with others, you hear that small voice that tells you something is not right. Your logical mind tells you to stop it. Nothing is wrong. Stop being silly, dramatic, overreacting. You may ignore your inner voice in a quest to fit in, to be loved or admired. You do not realize that your inner voice is warning you that the other person's energy is not matching their words or actions. Listen to your instincts about this person or situation. Now that's weird. Because I just looked up at the card and I just realized there's a snake on it. And it's so odd because I really feel like this card should be for the first row. But I would literally say you might want to take heed to this, Scorpio. Because there is a snake in your midst. I never noticed that until just now. That's so odd. And their name might start with the letter M. Just saying. Yeah, there might be a, what is that? Is that a C? There might be a C in there. That's odd. That is very odd. I'm speechless. I can't even say anything, Scorpio. That makes me feel some type of way. I don't like that. I don't like people with mentalities like that. I feel like people work too hard to get to where it is that they're going in life. Like, how dare you have the audacity to be upset at another person for working hard to get something? You know what I'm saying? Anyway, this is the Dice of Resonance. They have the 12 zodiac signs, a clarifying die of whether it's their sun, moon, or rising, and the roles a person can play in your life. If you have a yes or no question, you can go ahead and formulate that. Take a little second, think of your question. And it'll be able to get answered. I don't interpret these. I just throw them out, and however it resonates is how it resonates. I hope you're thinking of a question. All right. Ooh, we have Cancer, Libra, Moon, and No. So the person can be a Cancer Moon, they can be a Libra Moon, and the answer to the question is no. Nope. Wow. Okay. Well, everything you need to know is in the description box below this video, Scorpio. It's been a pleasure. I'm a tad bit unnerved, but I will continue to unpack this in the extended. So holler at me over there if you're about that life. I mean, it would make me so happy if I could just unpack this and find that this is just a passing fancy and they're fine, But over there, we look at a snapshot of the person's thoughts about you, like when they hear your name, like what they, first thing that comes to mind, how they think about you now, their subconscious impressions of you, as well as their feelings about you. You know what I'm saying? But that's been your reading, my dear. Let me know what you think in the comments below. And I'll see you sooner than later. Love you, fish. I love it. Deuces.